will never fall. Samantha's the voice, she's lighting the spark. Justice junkies, together we'll make a mark. Reacting to the stories we're never torn. Fighting for the truth, a new day is born. Welcome to the fight, we're taking a stand. Justice junkies, stronger hand in hand. Reacting to the world, it's a brand new game. Samantha leads the charge, remember the name.
Hello, 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 my lovelies, and what are we doing today? Today, I've had several people ask for it, and what you ask for, your girl delivers, okay? So, today we are doing, by request, as always, we are doing Kujo Beatdown, which I know that REN and Kujo, I had to look this up. REN and Kujo were friends, were very close friends for a while, and then Kujo took one of his beats and then started demanding all this money from REN and all this other craziness. So, the betrayal of friendship. Haven't we all been there? Alright, so I'm super excited about this. So, let's go over our amazing members because who do we love? We love our members. That's right, we do. And we'll start with Paul, Bjorn, Pleb with a Mustache, Tim and Michaela, Tim S., Michael C., Coffee with Kyle, Christelle S., Tare Norway, and Injectillo 44. Hello, my lovelies. Mwah. I love you guys so much. And who else do I love? Who else does Samantha love? Her subscribers. That's right. Her subscribers. Because 82% of you that are looking at my face are not subscribed. Subscribe. So please, if you enjoy this video, the freest, easiest thing you can do for this channel is you can do a little like, you can do a little comment, and you can always do a little subscribe, because when you're part of the Sam fam, you're family. You know what I mean? We talk to you. We're that different kind of family. All my commenters, all my viewers, mwah! Love you all, every single one of you. And if you want to check out Tim and Michaela's page, Pleb with a Mustache, it's right here. Know my buddy Tim for like 20 years, and he does anime, card games, board games. It is amazing. If you're into that kind of content, this is the page I'd run over to. Yes, I would. So, alright, you guys. You guys asked for it, and your girl delivers. You know what I mean? Alright, ready? A steady? A go! Oh, Ren's mad.
Trying to be the person who is rightly doing right, who is right there on the righteous path, no wrong in words I write. But the forces out that test me, Ren, I'm trying to find the path to forgive all those who test my will. There's trouble in my heart. What the fuck, you little pussy? This ain't high Ren number 2. This ain't pendulums or songs of hope the cunt took from you. And the last time we did this, the hope did prevail. Now the hope is the road that will choke a bitch pale. No, just wait a sec, cause there's nothing to be gained when you sever the neck. I know that art is a part of your heart, so you're upset, but this hate breeds hate. Please wait, geez, Ren, I'm getting pretty sick of the sick boy, trying to be the it boy, trying to be the I'm so morally equipped boy. Face it, you're mad as fuck, Ren. Now let me cut this worm with my razor blade pen. Fuck it. Hi Kujo, please don't try to struggle, hear me out, see I'm on your side really. Well, I was, till I found you could get a little greedy. Push your luck a little far. There's a moral, little Jimmy, of the cookie and the jar. See the needy and the greedy, they're just trying to fill a hole. So they take and then they take us still the empty in their soul. They feel so hard done by, poor little you. Wanna take from me big, then I'll take from you too. She liked it rough, but you're a bitch, man, what the fuck? I'm confused by this dynamic. Like it's Bonnie and it's Clyde, but the killing you're committing is career suicide. Whoa, guys, you probably think that this is extreme, I won't lie. Maybe just a little bit mean, you know. I feel a little bad about it, really. Nah, I'm only messing, lad, I love to spank the greedy. Fear me, I hope you wake up sweating from your nightmares, see me. I'm the sick boy that you enslave, free me. When you fuck with my work, you might as well bleed me. I put my whole soul into my words legally. Now a little thief want beef, want steal from me. That's how little thief lose teeth, you meal to me. I'm the subject matter, you are part of the scenery. This is how the sick boy work, you feeling me? Cunt, I'm sick with the pen. I went easy on the daughter, he's a friend, it's Zen. But if I ever hear your mouth speak the name of REN out in public, then it's public, you don't want that again. And no warning for your bitch, of a girlfriend too. Mrs. Nice behind the scenes, poor Kujo, boo-hoo. If I ever read another fucking comment from you, then this is only part one, it's even worse than part two.
Oh, baby. Oh, crap. Any issues I have be dealt with on a personal basis. I do not condone abuse or bullying. Okay. Wow. Oh my gosh. You are not kidding. Holy crap. Oh, you guys, you know how I always give y'all a personal story when it comes to stuff like this, because REN's music speaks to me, you know what I mean? And I'm going to try, let me give you a little warning, I'm going to try to relay this story without crying. I'm going to do my best, okay? Whoo, here we go. When I was growing up, I had a really good friend that was a friend of mine for many, many years, right? Like, I met her when I was like 6. And we were close friends for years and years and years, right? Well, we both get older, and we both ended up addicted to the C drug. When I was about 17, no, I was 16 when we started doing that. And that's a terrible drug, you guys. It's horrific. It really is. I did not do well on that drug, and neither did she, okay? I went to a party one night without her. I started bringing her around my other friends because I'd moved schools. And also, really quickly, this was a story that I talked about on Unfiltered Stories, which you can find in my community notes. I did my childhood trauma with this story. So anyways, I went to a party one night, and there was this guy, and we'll call him Tony. There was this guy named Tony that liked me, right? But the way he was hitting on me, I've already told y'all that I'm not about that stuff unless I am in love with you. Like, I have to be in love to share myself that intimately with a person. I just do. It's just the way I am. So this guy's hitting on me like I'm a hooker. Like, oh, God, how much would you charge? You know, how much of this can I give you for you to give me a little something? And I was like, no, you piece of crap. I'm not like that. I'm not like that at all. Get out of my face. And he was doing it all night. Anyway, so I get out of there. I don't even think about him after that. So I'm at my friend's house. We're at her apartment. Well, okay. Actually, it's our other friend's apartment, but we're there alone. We're hanging out at the apartment. And we'll call her Stacy. Let's call her Stacy. Stacy was my childhood friend, like I said, since I was 6 years old, right? Well, she tells me one night, she says, Sam, I need my ID. I left my ID over at this guy Tony's house. And I really need it. So she's checking her phone and she's seeing it, and I'm not even paying attention, you know what I mean? We had stuff at the house, if you know what I mean, at the time. That was a long time ago when I was in the throes of addiction. And she's looking at her phone, it's going off over and over again. She says, I gotta go to this guy Tony's house and get my ID. I left it over there. And I was like, is this the same Tony that he looks like this, he talks like this, he acts like that? Oh, yeah, that's him. I was like, no, dude, I'm not taking you over there for that. No. I had a situation with him like a few weeks ago at a party. You weren't with me, and he was, treating me like I was a hooker, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. He was offering me stuff and she was like, oh, Sam, please, I need to go over there. I need to get my ID. It's very important. Like, please, please, please. And I was the one with the car. It was a piece of crap, but I was the one with the car. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll take you over there, but it's in and out, dude. In and out, okay? Oh, yeah. It'll be real fast, Sam. Known her since I was 6. Why would I think anything was going to go wrong? Right? So we pull up, and it's supposed to just be him. All of a sudden, it's this like fourplex that we pull up to, and there's like 10 cars outside. It's a full house. And I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, go ahead, go in. She said, no, can you please come with me? It'll make me more comfortable if you come with me. I don't want to be the only girl in there alone, right? So I'm like, okay. Because she's my friend, right? Why would she betray me? Why would she do that? Of course I'm going to go with her and make sure she's comfortable. Because I know what that guy is like. He did it to me, and Stacy was really pretty too. Stacy was really pretty too, so I already knew. So I was like, okay, I'll go in with you, all right? But we're in, we're out. We're in, we're out. We get in there, and she goes to the back, and she's looking in these different rooms. There's like 3 rooms in that fourplex. So she's looking around in this one room, and I'm sitting on this couch, this little couch, and these guys are there's like 20 guys in there, and they're all just staring at me. This was back when I was skinnier, and I was prettier when I was younger. So, I mean, it felt like a piece of meat hanging in a pit bull pen. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable. So I was like, hey, 5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by. I'm like, where are you? Where are you? Like, let's go. Let's get out of here. I can feel the walls like closing in on me. And she comes out and she's like, Sam, calm down. Just have a drink. And I don't drink. I think I've told y'all that several times. I'm not a drinker. I never have been. Like, drinking does something terrible to me. It doesn't make me feel good. It makes me feel terrible. I get like super hot, and then I get super sick, and then I have a headache. It's like so stupid. I don't drink. And I'm like, no, dude, I don't drink. Like, you know that. I'm not a drinker. She's like, Sam, please, you're my best friend. Like, please, this is very important. Like, I don't want to have to go to the DMV and get another one and have to fly. Just, it's somewhere in here. Please, just have a drink. She comes out with this wild turkey drink, right? She's like, just take this and calm down just for a minute. Give me like 10 more minutes and we're out of here. Just take a drink. And I said, okay, fine, dude, fine. I took a drink, and that was the last thing I remember, right? Until the middle of the night. The only memory I have of the night is being in a room, a pitch black room, and I can feel myself getting hit over and over. But I can't feel my body, and I don't know where I am, and I don't know what's going on, and it's pitch black in the room, and suddenly I see this little crack open up. The door opening up, and this little beam of light comes in, and I can see now that I'm on a bed. And on my bed, or not my bed, on this bed, I can see that I'm naked. And this guy sticks his head in that little crack in the door. I'm not going to cry. And he says, "I'm next, dude." And he slams the door. And I go out. I'm done. I'm out again. I wake up the next day in the morning, and I have to go to school. I'm still young. I'm still in high school. I have to go to school, and I'm truant at that point. Like, I was already, like, truant. So I knew I had to get to school. So I see that the curtains have light on them. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? I have, like, the worst hangover ever, and I look around and I'm completely naked. And there's a pile of men around me that are naked. And I look over, and there's Tony looking at me. The one person I did not want to see. And I said, "What the hell happened last night? What happened to me?" And he said, "Don't worry, baby girl, I took care of you last night." About that moment, I could hear the front door, boom, 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 boom. "Sam, is Sam in there? Sam, we gotta go to school. Sam, we gotta go to school." And I'm like, and it's Stacy. So I start looking around the room, and I see my pants. I'm hurting. I'm kind of numb at that moment, but I start looking around, and I see my pants, and I go to grab them, and the pain just hits me. Boom. Instant pain. My lower areas. Oh, the pain was horrible. So I start wiggling my pants on, like, so slowly. And I'm thinking, I don't know what the hell just happened, but I have to get out of this house right now. So I wiggle my pants on very, very slowly. And I get my bra on and my shirt on, which I see also over to the side on this. And she comes in, and she's like, "We gotta get to school, Sam. We gotta get to school. What are you doing?" With my car. And I'm like, "What do you mean, what am I doing? Why am I here?" She's like, "Hey, dude, you passed out." And, I asked them if it was okay for you to crash here. And they said they were going to take care of you, let you sleep here. And I could come back in the morning. They really wouldn't let me take you. So I figured you were already passed out. Might as well. So I'm so zoned out that I can't even process what's going on. So she picks me up. She helps me up, helps me get the rest of my stuff kind of together, and helps me out to the car. And I go to sit down, and I have to sit on the side of my hip because there's something wrong. I'm going to do this without crying. Okay. So I get to the car, and I start driving to school on my hip, right? On my hip. And she's just laughing the whole way there. This girl has been my friend since I was 6. And I can't process anything that's going on. She's like, dude, I tried to get you out of there, but they said no. And so I said, screw it. You know, they said they were going to just let you go to sleep, take care of you. I could come back in the morning. So that's what I did. So I was like so out of it that I couldn't even be mad. I was just so disgusted. And I didn't know why. So I get to school and I'm limping to go in. And she goes off to school and to her class, and I can't make it. So I go straight to the nurse's office. And the nurse is already done with me. Like I said, I'm already truant. Like, I can't go home. And I'm like, I walk in and she goes, what do you need, Miss Owens? What do you want? And I was like, I think something's wrong with me. I think something happened to me last night. She said, well, you're not going home. You're not going home. You are already missed way too many days. And I said, no, you don't understand. Something happened to me. And I started bawling. Started crying my face off. And she said, are you saying what I think you're saying? And I go to sit down and I have to sit on my hip a little bit. And I'm just crying and I said, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what happened. So I just need to go to the restroom, please. And I get back up to go use the restroom that she has in the nurse's station. And as soon as I turn around, I hear her go, oh my gosh, what happened? And I go to touch the back of my pants, and they're covered in blood. I can do this. Like I said, guys, I've had a lot of trauma in my life, you know? And this just reminds me of a friend that would betray you. So, I get to the bathroom and she said, I have to call the police. And I said, listen, I don't even know what happened last night. Like, I'm still so fuzzy. I'm still so foggy. Like, I don't even know what I would say. And she said, well, I'm a mandated reporter. And if you're saying what I think you're saying to me, that you were assaulted, I have to call the police. I don't have a choice. So she calls the police, and all of a sudden, the nurse's station is completely covered with cops. Completely. And all of the staff from that school who didn't really like me, and I was not comfortable talking about it. I still wasn't even 100% sure what happened. So her calling the cops, her calling the cops was like, I don't know what I'm going to say. Like, I literally don't. Well, and all these people who don't like me are now in the nurse's station. And I'm going to have, and I have to talk about what happened to me in front of all of them. It was horrible. So, anyways, these two detectives walk in, and this detective is like, well, what happened? What exactly happened? And I was like, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what happened to me, but I'm bleeding. And he said, okay, all right. And you could tell already that he was annoyed with me. And whatever. And he said, well, does anybody know anything, maybe? And I said, you know what? Stacy might know. Call her out of class, right? Please call her out of class so that we can talk to her. Maybe she, I don't know, heard something, saw something. I'm still out of it. So I'm like, maybe if you call her, she can answer some questions. I don't know. So they call her in. And the moment she walks in, she is bawling. She's like, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Like, I didn't know this was going to get so serious. I can't believe this is so serious now. And I was like, Stacey, nobody's upset with you, dude. Like, we just need to know what happened to me because something happened to me. Like, look. I'm bleeding. Like, my pants are completely covered in blood. And she was like, well, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. And he said, okay, all right, fine. Then you need to go get assault kit done. Okay? The sexual assault kit done. So, I'm like, okay, all right, fine. So I go to the hospital, and the nurse, I still remember the nurse. She was the sweetest. She was this African American lady, and she was so kind and loving and thoughtful. She gave me a blanket and a teddy bear, and she stitched me up because she said that I'd been brutally sodomized and that I needed a bunch of stitches. And they found 10 different sets of DNA on me. So anyways, I leave there, and like the next day, I get a phone call from the detective. And his name, we'll call him Detective Hernandez. I get a phone call from him, and he's like, I need you to come in right now. We need to have a little discussion. I can tell by the way he says it that it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. So I'm like, okay, all right, I'm on my way. I mean, I didn't know what else to do. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell happened to me. And I get there, and he's immediately like, so, spoke to some of your friends, and word around says you're pretty promiscuous, is that right? I said, no, that's not right. Like, I'm not like that. What friends told you that? Well, I'm just saying, word around is that you're pretty, what were his words exactly? You're pretty fond of the fellas behind closed doors. Is that right? Especially when you party? And I said, okay, I don't know where this is going, but I'm not like that. I don't do stuff like that. I'm not that kind of person. Well, actually, we found a bunch of cocaine in your system, and we happened to find some roofies in your system too. And I said, well, there you go. I had roofies. I didn't take any roofies. Well, a lot of people like to take those when they want to come down. They also tend to party on them. I said, you think that I was partying on roofies? Lots of people do. I said, okay, all right. And he said, and I went over there and I talked to those boys. They all freely gave up their DNA, no issues at all. Doesn't sound like the actions of guilty men, does it? I said, okay, I'm done. I'm done talking. And so I get up, sitting on my hip the entire time. I get up. He knows that I've had stitches. Forgot that part. That he said that I probably like to get kinky, which is what those stitches were from. So I get up and I start walking out, and he said, oh, and by the way, actually, I can get you for a false report because you didn't tell me everything that you were supposed to tell me when we were at the office at school. And I said, I didn't want to tell you in front of everybody. He said, that doesn't matter. Also, if you want to press charges, you have about 6 months, but I don't see the DA pushing this through, just so you know. And we still can talk about those false report charges. So just let me know. I said, okay. Okay. So I left. I went to my friend's apartment. And who was there? Stacy. Stacy was there. And I said, how could you do that to me? How could you betray me like that? How could you say that I'm promiscuous after what happened to me? We've been friends forever. How could you say that about me? And she looked at me with the most evil smile I've ever seen in my life and said, very coldly, because you are. And she walked away. A few months later, I had to know what happened. You know, and this was back when there was flip phones and stuff. So I called her and I said, what happened, dude? You were my friend since I was 7. What happened? Please tell me. To this day, it pisses me off that I didn't record it. But again, this was when we had freaking flip phones. This was like in 2008. No, it wasn't even 2008. It was like 2007, 2006. So, she told me that Tony wanted to be with me, and I rejected him. And he was willing to trade me, for coke. And she said that she would bring me over there and drug me herself with that wild turkey. Yep. I'm actually very proud of myself that I didn't cry. I've been betrayed by a friend before in the worst way possible. So I know what it's like to be deeply betrayed by a friend that you've had for such a long time over something that they wanted. They were willing to trade you for something they want. All right, guys. I'm so sorry, Ren, that I know that it's a different situation with Kujo, but I've been deeply betrayed like that before. It was horrible. Alright, guys. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening to that. I know it was a very graphic story, and I have a lot of them, you guys. I've lived a lot of years in these 34 years, man. I've lived a lot of years. Let's go over our 9 members, okay? Alright. There's Paul, Bjorn, Pleb with a Mustache, Tim and Michaela, Tim S., Michael C., Coffee with Kyle, Christelle S., Tara Norway, and Inject Tillo 44. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We also have Cash App, just in case you ever want to leave a tip. No pressure, but if you ever do, here is going to be the way you can do that. And 82% of you that are looking at my face, even though I'm trying really hard not to get emotional, are not subscribed. Oh, so please, if you liked this video, I know it's a very graphic story. You can check it out at Unfiltered Stories too. I've talked about this a lot, so I'm getting less and less emotional each time I talk about it. So, alright guys, I love y'all. I'm sorry that was so graphic, but this was an awesome song, and you know, I always relate things I've been through to Ren's music, because it really taps into me very deeply with his music. So I love y'all. I will see y'all in the next couple days, and I love y'all very much. Oh, Ren's new song, Slaughterhouse, is coming out on the 21st of November, and you better believe I'm going to be reacting to that the moment it drops. Don't forget about memberships. Please think about joining the Sam Fam, and we love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening to my extremely graphic story yet again. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.